right, it's Long Island Rap Radar. It's Rocky Braxton, your number one interviewer in Long Island. I'm here with DJ Kdev.
Hey, what's poppin'? You already know who it is. It's your man's favorite DJ, DJ Kdev here, host of the Queen of the Trap podcast, and I'm so happy to be on your show today.
Of course.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm going to get right into it. So, how did we start off with the name DJ Kdev? Where did that come from?
So, DJ Kdev came from, I would say, 7th grade. Thank you to Frank Russo and Mike Pond. They kind of came up with the Kdev part to it because in school we had, my name is Carrie Devlin, so we had Carrie Devlin and Kevin DeVincentis. So they nicknamed me Kdev and him Kdevo, so the Kdev kind of just stuck for all these years, and then that's when I decided to brand myself as DJ Kdev.
To differentiate you from, because you guys both had similar names. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how'd you get into DJing? Like, how did that happen?
So, I grew up listening to DJ Spinatic, DJ Holiday, DJ Drama, Trapaholics. Like, I love everything about mixtapes. I was in 5th grade listening to, like, Jeezy and, T.I., Gucci Man. And then I would say I grew up around DJs my whole life. A lot of my friends are on the YDJ. I see that company, and then there's also the Jack Boys. They're a group of DJs on Long Island, a huge group. They run like Napper Tandies, they run Patchogue, they run all of that stuff. So the person who started the YDJIC company, he bought me my first controller back in 2017. And then, I had already been podcasting. So how I got into the podcasting and all of that, there's a little bit of a backstory to that part. I was in college doing radiology school. I'm still currently in radiology school. I have a couple more classes.
So, hold on. So, you're doing school, you're doing DJing.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to this. So, I was a nurse for 6 years, and then while being a nurse, I decided I want to go back to school. So I started taking classes, and one of the classes that I had to take was hip hop history class.
Okay.
So it was I couldn't believe that they were offering hip hop history, but I read like the syllabus to it, and I was like, oh, I'm so taking this class. So it was not only just learning about hip hop and stuff like that. We had projects that we had to do. So my final project, I had to make a mixtape, but also one of my projects was
If you don't mind me asking, what was on the mixtape? Like, who would you put on the mixtape?
So I had help from a friend. He helped me put it together. Basically, we had to discuss all the topics that we were talking about throughout the entire, the whole class. So we were talking about like women's rights. We were talking about gang members. We were talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I put Queen Latifah on there. I put Outkast on there. I put Bobby Cruz. Shout out to Blazing Cruz LI. Because I went to high school with it. I've known him since kindergarten. He's a big artist on Long Island. Mm-hmm. I put him on there. I put Jim Jones, which I'll get into because I also work for Vamp Life Records as well.
Word?
So
okay.
We'll get into that too.
I know he's having a show coming up soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also work for his artist, Mark Handsome. He's out in Los Angeles. So nice. I work with him as well. But going back to the school thing, so we had to talk about hip-hop in our community, and the only hip-hop in our community I really knew about was the DJs I grew up around. So I met this kid, Vic, and he told me, you should go check out Amityville Music Hall. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, like I don't know what Amityville Music Hall is, but let me go check it out. So that was when The Future was having his earwax sessions on Tuesday nights and stuff like that. So that's where artists can come. I don't think he's currently doing them Tuesday nights right now, but The Future still has his earwax sessions. Like, you could go on the Instagram and look that up.
Okay.
The day that I went there, the first people I saw on stage, and they know this, was MMB. So MMB Valley, Rich Stars, Skills, Watts, James. Um, and I was just so blown away. I'm like, they sound like real New York. Like, they sound like Uncle Murder. And then I saw, who was the other guy? One Take Carter. I met him.
Okay.
He was on that Netflix show.
What Netflix show?
The one that Cardi B and T.I. were.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of it, but yeah.
It starts with an R. I forgot.
He was on that show?
Yeah, he was on that show.
Did he go by the same name?
Yeah, One Take Carter. You could look it up. Go on Netflix. I forgot what it's called.
But I think it's still there.
Yeah.
It was T.I., Chance, all them. Yep. And Cardi B. Mm-hmm.
So I went down to like go basically interview these people because like not for nothing I didn't know we had artists on Long Island like that. I really didn't know.
People don't know.
The only person I knew was Bobby Cruz, and then there was Dakota that I went to high school with, and Rob Tortorella, and Primo SB. Like those were like the only like Long Island rappers I knew about. So I interviewed MMB, and I was like, guys, you sound like Uncle Murder. And they're like, little do you know, like we're signed to him. And I was like, no way.
No way.
So then I kept going back, and then I had gotten invited to the strip club with Uncle Murder and MMB and stuff like that. And also, what was it? I got invited to Viso Heart. Actually, I am the official DJ now for Viso Heart. That is my artist. So shout out to Viso. But he had seen me at the Earwax sessions and was like, do you want to be in a music video? And I was like, okay. So before that happened, J6 Official, I was in his music video with Viso and Vic, and there was another kid too. Oh, and I forgot, Kai is also in that video too. So we did that, and then Viso had asked me if I wanted to do a music video with him, and I was like, okay. So we went over to Audio Workstations, which was in Islandia at the time, and that's when I met Steve Stacks, and I started talking about the 5 elements of hip-hop, and they were just so blown away with what I was talking about from the hip-hop history class and the knowledge I have about music that they asked me if I wanted to start a podcast. So I was like...
What's the name of the podcast?
That we no longer have it, and I don't know if this man is still running my accounts, but if you are, get off of them. It was called...
So kind of a little bit of tension between you guys?
It hasn't been for years, but the Hip Hop Buffet podcast, it was a Long Island-based podcast where we would bring down artists and we would interview them, and we were also reviewing artists that would send in to us and stuff like that. So it was me, A2, Steve Stacks, my manager, Matt. Shout out to Matt. So we were doing that for a while, and then Corona hit, and I was just like, if we're not going to be in this is before we stopped doing the podcast, but, we couldn't go to the studio and stuff like that during Corona. So I was like, I want to do my own podcasting. Like, I love trap music. Like, I want to base something off of what I love.
Big on trap music.
Yeah.
What artists got you into trap music?
So, I mean, just, like, growing up on the mixtapes, like listening to DJ Drama talk his shit, DJ Holiday screaming on, like, and what's so dope is, like, nowadays I have my own official drops by them. So, like, to see them, what they were doing at my age, and now they're, Grammy Award winning people, and I'm where they were at then. It's like, it's a blessing. It's such a blessing.
Definitely a blessing.
But yeah. So as far as the Queen of the Trap, like I said, I grew up on trap music, but the reason behind Queen of the Trap and why I named it Queen of the Trap was because 2 Chainz is one of my all-time favorite artists.
Why did I have a feeling you were going to say that?
All-time favorite artist.
Is that like the guy that got you into trap music? Like,
him, Jeezy, and Gucci Mane, and T.I., I'd definitely say.
Okay.
I mean, I grew up on everybody. Kia Shine, Lil Flip,
Flip.
all these Slim Thug, like all those people. Um, but so I always grew up on trap music, but everybody's like, you're a little white girl, like rapping all these things. And not for nothing, before I got into any of this stuff, and even how I got noticed in this industry, was I started a hashtag called Car Jams with Kerry. And basically, I'm in my car with my cell phone and I'm rapping all these lyrics. And people are like, how do you remember all these lyrics to all these songs? And it's like, I have ADHD, so I pick up on that stuff.
So you knew how to like maneuver on social media at like a very young age.
Yeah, I've been social media savvy for years, and
That's dope. Okay.
people would find it annoying, but that's honestly how I got here. Like, just putting myself out there, being annoying,
Yeah, you have to.
tagging people in all this shit. But what made me develop Queen of the Trap was based off of 2 Chainz. On June 16th, 2017, he dropped Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. So it was like the first time it was acceptable for females to like trap music, and not for nothing, my birthday is June 16th.
Wow.
So it was kind of like it all fit together. Just, I have to brand it like this. So, and then it was actually funny because he announced the Pretty Girls Like Trap Music tour that day on my birthday. I bought meet and greet tickets to go see him on my sister's birthday, which is September 6th. I met 2 Chainz. I actually, I know a lot of I've been pushing their labels' music for so long. Schoolie, World, there's Hot Locked In, and what's the other one? Oh, I'm having a brain fart. But I mean, like, I've been pushing all these people's music for years. So as far as the podcasting, I started out with music review shows and stuff like that. But then it's just progressed as time went on. Like, not only do I play music, I also interview. I do exclusive one-on-one interviews. I have a talk show that I'm running with Sink or Swim Studios.
What's the name of the talk show?
I kind of just named it like, what was it? People of the industry, like
people
talk
of the
show.
Industry.
Yeah,
Okay.
talk show.
And where can we check that out if you want to check that out?
I'm on all platforms.
Okay.
You could literally Google me, DJ Kdev, Queen of the Trap Podcast. My Instagram's DJ Kdev. YouTube's DJ. Everything's DJ Kdev. If you go on my Instagram, my link is in my bio. It'll connect you to all my outlets and stuff like that. I do a lot of stuff in this industry.
I see.
Because it's not only podcasting.
It's not only podcasts. It's not only DJing. Like, you do pretty much everything.
Yeah. Like I said, so I also work with Being Mark Handsome. He's out in Los Angeles, South Central. That's Jim Jones' artist. I'm part of Vamp Life Records. I'm also on Heavy Hitter, DJ New Era's Fitted Caplo Movement team.
Oh, yeah?
I'm the only female representing on the team, let alone New York in general.
So you're pretty much carrying Long Island on your back.
I'm carrying Long Island on my back. So he's based down in Alabama. We have another one, Dala. He's down in Alabama. We have DJ Javi, who's in Jersey. We have DJ Naeem, that's in Jersey. And then we have DJ Smooth K, who's in Atlanta. So I'm the only female and the only one from New York. I also do DJ Chase Radio Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So you can find me djchaseradio.com. I also start iHeartRadio week after Christmas for Jersey and Philly.
Nice.
DJ F's Rock the Bells, Sirius XM, iHeartRadio. He is scouting me to be his co-host to do newscasting on Tuesday nights in 2023. What else do I have? I have so many things. Oh, Social Media House wants me to start running Social Media House Radio. So if you guys were tuned into that, like prior to, they're not using the studio room right now. So they were like, Kdev, you're doing all this radio stuff. Do you want to take over the entire room and just start getting artists down there and music reviews and, actually DJing live and stuff? So I'm just waiting for Marky to set up a meeting with me, and I'm going to start doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing I seen the other day, he's working with DJ Clue. How did that?
DJ Self.
DJ Self.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've known DJ Self probably since Corona. Um, and I think that like we started talking through Instagram, but he saw that I was such a big Jeezy fan, and he was like, I have a ton of Jeezy. Like he was in the process of moving during Corona, so he was like, I have tons of Jeezy collectibles if you want them. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be right there. Like I literally
He gave you
yeah,
the collectibles?
he gave me the
What?
whole box is a snowman box.
You lying.
Open it up, you got Vibe magazines in there. You got Gangsta Girls CDs.
All that.
You have snow globes.
That's fire.
You have like an Avion snowman, like little, just like a piece of plastic thing.
That's fire.
I've also seen him in concert 8 times. Like I'm a huge
Jeezy fan.
Huge Jeezy fan.
I love Jeezy
Trap
too.
or die all day, you know.
So any work in the future between you and DJ Self? Anything going on in the future?
Oh, we just did Industry Mondays. DJ Hot Rod had me hosting Industry Mondays last week, so I might be doing a lot more with him with that stuff. We also had Mano down there. I met French Montana
I know Mano.
over there the other day. What's his name? Hesher was there from Love and Hip Hop, and his wife was there. So I was just with them. I was recently on TMC. If you didn't know,
You gotta send me that link.
so it's also on my Instagram too. But I didn't reach out to them. I one day saw that, and I don't check my Twitter messages like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that I had a Twitter message, and nobody ever messages me on Twitter like that. So I checked it, and it was TMZ, and they were like, do you ever think about doing TV or doing a segment with us? And blah, blah. I was like, I gotta see if this is like the real deal.
Yeah.
So I went and I did my research. The blue check was there, the 1 million followers, and all. I was like, shit, okay, I'm down to do it. So I got set up the day to do it, and they gave me a list of topics to talk about, and my topic was gonna be the takeoff shooting, but because so many people were reporting what happened with takeoff and all that stuff, they didn't even have an episode that day, but they contacted me back. They're like, we're gonna put you on a takeoff segment tomorrow, so be ready by 11 o'clock tomorrow. So I did the Zoom call.
Okay.
I was on TMC, so I'll send you the link for that.
Yeah,
but
cool.
yeah, it's on my Instagram page. You can go check it out on Instagram.
Okay. And if let's say if Love and Hip Hop reached out to you to help you extend your brand, would you take it, or you feel like that's too messy?
Oh, I would absolutely do it. I would. I'm into
do
that
it.
ratchet
So
stuff.
you would do the storyline.
Oh,
all that. Okay.
So not for nothing. I don't know why it fell through and whatnot, but I was reached out to do a WeTV show. It
was it like Marriage Boot Camp, one of them things?
No, it was going to be called House Party, and it was supposed to be Mr. Chicken and I. It was supposed to be Cardi B's engineer. It was supposed to be 2 other people, and then I forgot the guy who was running it was House Party, but I don't remember why it didn't happen. It kind of just fell through, but that's something that I have been looking into. I would love to get into the TV and stuff like that, because I think your girl needs to be put on some TV shows, man.
So what happened? Why did that fall? Why did that not fall through? What happened with the WeTV thing?
I think that he had some personal stuff going on behind the scenes, and he was I think it was waiting for him to get his money right, because production and stuff like that, even to put out a trail, if you go and watch, because that was something that we had to do, we had to go watch the Love and Hip Hop, the people introducing themselves. So the first time you ever saw Cardi B introducing herself on Love and Hip Hop, we had to go study those things, and that's how we had to that's what they wanted to set up for us to do, a trailer like that, introducing each one of us, what we have going on, but production costs a lot, so I think that's where it fell through.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm always down to do TV. I think I would be great for reality TV.
Yeah?
I do.
So it's always a dream of yours? I always do like a reality TV show?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was always a dream, but it's definitely something that, like, now that I'm really out here and in this industry, I would love to do it. Like, if it was presented to itself.
Okay.
So yeah.
So another question. If Hot 97 or 105.1 contact you to have your own like DJ hour, would you take it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like, right now I'm gonna be starting out with the iHeartRadio stuff,
See, you told
and
me that, yeah.
as far as radio, I don't. I'm not so much of a mic person. Like, if you listen to any of my mixtapes, you rarely hear me talking on the mic.
Why?
I don't know. Even when I work the clubs, like, unless I have liquid courage in me, unless I'm drunk or something, like, I don't know. Like, microphone, I get very nervous. I don't know why.
You shouldn't be. Look,
but I shouldn't be, because like I'd be interviewing all these people. I don't know. But I think radio is just different. So it's something that I actually really have to start studying now, because not for nothing, shout out to DJ Jaso, by the way, because he's the one who hooked me up with the iHeartRadio stuff. He told me, he was like, you're going to have to get on the mic. Just like you hear Hot 97, just like you hear DJ Clue, just like you hear DJ Self, like, you have to do that now. So whether I like it or not, it's going to have to happen. But I feel like if I progress more and, Hot 97 and Power 105.1, like, reached out to me, I would love to. But, you could reach out to me for an interview, because I did ask DJ Self, when are you going to get me on there. I also just reached out to, shout out to DJ XXL. He's on my Vamp Life Records team, because we have a team of me and Tiny, who's my secondary manager. We represent the East Coast part of Mark Handsome. Then you got the West Coast part of Mark Handsome, and then you got there's just a whole bunch of people. But XXL told me how to get into contact with the person Kelly from SiriusXM.
Okay.
So I reached out to her, and I was like, I would love to be interviewed, or I would love to, spin or something. So I'm waiting for them to contact me back. My CEO has been on Sway in the morning and stuff like that. So you never know. One day, I hope so.
Like, so you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like you have no time for like personal life. Is there any like, there's no time for to like pursue no relationships, no time for no man?
Right now I'm about the money. Like, I mean,
no. There we go.
I mean, if the opportunity like presented itself, if I met somebody, but Kdev gets her heart broken a lot, because you men are pieces of shit. Not for nothing. Not for nothing.
Oh,
no, not all
God.
of you. Not all of you. But I'm a one man kind of girl, and
So
I'm not.
So you said if you met somebody, but like, would you be willing to like put your,
It'll
because
depends.
like you're doing a lot right now. I don't think like you could really divide your time between that and having a career.
I feel like we have to be on the same page of things. Like, you have to understand what I do as a DJ, as a podcaster, and you have to have your own goals and dreams too. Like, but we can't like have animosity because we're both getting paper. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? So it just be really hard, because we work in an industry, like, especially, I'm in the strip club. I work a DJ strip club, so
Nice.
Sometimes I do lipsticks. I was doing Secrets for a while.
Secrets is the one that's in the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, not for nothing, I just found out that Secrets used to be where lipsticks is. I never knew that. And it was also called, I think, Illusions or something.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
But now Secrets is in Queens. So I was doing Secrets from January to May. And not for nothing, like, I'm a female DJ. I'm around all of these men, and we're around beautiful women all the time, half naked beautiful women all the time. So it's like, how do you have a relationship with somebody and be able to do the same thing as what they're doing? You know what I mean?
That's the hard part.
So I feel like when the time presents itself, if I find somebody, it'll come.
Okay.
But they have to understand that, we got a lot going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
So let them know what you got coming up next. Like, what's the next for DJ Kdev? What's coming up next?
Well, I would really like to get tapped in with some more sponsorships and stuff like that. But like I said, I have the iHeartRadio stuff coming up, social media house radio. I make mixtapes. Um, I Oh God, I have so many things coming up. Mark Handsome. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce this, and I don't know if I'm gonna get yelled at or not. But Mark Handsome is and Jim Jones and Nicki Minaj are doing a huge Las Vegas show.
Ooh, when?
Coming. I think it's February, so I might be flying out to go do that. I'm waiting to hear back from DJ New Era because he said that if it's in the right cards, um, Legends of the Streets tour is going back on tour, so that's Jeezy, Trina, Two Chains,
You might have a spot
all
there.
that.
You might
So
be a DJ there?
he might be DJing, so I want to go network and I want to, get behind the scenes footage and stuff like that because I do videography on the side too. Um, but he DJs with Jeezy, he DJs with all these people, so I'd like to go and experience that with him. Definitely going back down to Casanova's in Alabama is a thing for me too. I'd love to go back and DJ down there. Getting into a lot more of these places in the city, like I've done a couple of clubs, but like there's clubs out there that I haven't done. So maybe some more New York City stuff. What else do I? I have so many things going on. Like DJ Epps. I don't know. I just hopefully progressing more and seeing more money because nothing's free. I've done a lot for free for so long for so many people, and I don't mind helping people. I'm the type of person that it doesn't always have to be a money exchange. Like, networking and helping each other, or if I do something for you, you could probably do something for me in return. Like, I work with people like that too, but we still have bills to be paid.
You definitely do.
So, I'm definitely going to be on people's asses about that a lot more this year, most definitely. But, yeah, just stay tuned because I have a lot of shit coming up, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to conclude this right here.
Thank you for having me
course.
today. I appreciate you, and I look forward to working with you guys more.
Definitely. Yo.
And we got to get you on the Queen of the Trap podcast next.
Whenever you guys want me to come, I'll pull up. Let them know where to find you at. Let them know your Instagram.
All right. DJ Kdev, Queen of the Trap podcast, Fitted Cap Blow Movement, T Mark Handsome, Vamp Life Records. Literally, you could Google me. DJ Kdev, Queen of just type in my name on Google. Everything will pop up. I have audio files. I have DJ stuff. So DJ Kdev, Queen of the Trap podcast, and I thank you guys for having me on the show today.
All right, that's Long Island Rap Radio.
Long
I'm your host, Rocky Braxton.
Big
it was a
Long
pleasure
Island.
having DJ Kdev on the show.
Period.